here, as the last topic of that chapter, we actually here want to discuss about the drift velocity, about the mobility, and the vector form of Ohm's law. These 3 points we want to discuss here. What is drift velocity? See, this is a conductor. This is a conductor. If we give some potential difference to this conductor, we know that free electron flow from the lower potential to higher potential. When the free electrons inside that conductor flow through this wire, through this conductor, electron collide with itself and as well as with the ions present in the conductor. When the electron collide with the ion, the velocity of the electron actually at that instant becomes 0, and again it speeded up for that potential difference, for that electric field. Again that velocity of the electron speeded up. So velocity of the electron actually varied here from 0 to a maximum speed. So here we take the average speed of that electron. Average speed means what? The speed between the two collisions. We adding the speed between the two collisions and divide these velocities with the number of collisions. We can get the average velocity of that electron, and that is called the drift velocity. How we can calculate the drift velocity? Suppose the drift velocity of electron is Vd. Drift velocity of electron is Vd, and N is the number of electron per unit volume. This is the N is the number of electron per unit volume. Now, in 1 second, how many electron cross through any cross-sectional area of that conductor? Suppose this is the cross-sectional area A. How many electron cross that area A in 1 second? How we can get that? How many number of electron cross that cross-sectional area A in 1 second? How we can get that number of electrons? See, in 1 second, electron traverse distance Vd, isn't it? Because Vd is the drift velocity. Vd is the drift velocity. Velocity means what? Velocity means displacement by time. Velocity means displacement by time. So in 1 second, it is the displacement, isn't it? Velocity means displacement by time. If we take the time as 1 second, so velocity will be the displacement in 1 second. So in 1 second, electron cross Vd distance. In 1 second, electron cross Vd distance. Now if we make a cylinder with the length Vd and cross-sectional area A, we get that cylinder. So volume of that cylinder will be what? A into Vd, area into displacement Vd. And we know that N is the number of electron per unit volume. So number of electron in that volume will be A Vd into N. This is the number of electron crossing through that cross-sectional area. Suppose electron flow in this direction. So crossing through that cross-sectional area in 1 second. Because the number of electron present in that portion in 1 second, this electron actually cross through that cross-sectional area in 1 second. Number of electron present in that cylinder, actually that electron cross this cross-sectional area in 1 second, and that is A Vd into N. So how many charge cross this area A? How many charge? This is the number of electron. We know that the charge of the electron, charge of a single electron is AE. So if there is A Vd N number of electrons, so total charge will be what? Into E. That is total charge. Total charge Q. A Vd into E. Total charge, it is not Q, total charge flow in 1 second. Total charge flow in 1 second. That is called current. Understood or not? Because we initially take that Vd, we take Vd. Why? Because we take it for about 1 second for a unit time. So for a unit time, the charge flow through this cross-sectional area is A Vd N E. So in unit time, the charge, it is called the current. We have already read that current is Q by T. So if we take T as 1 second, we get I equals to Q. I equals to Q by T. So number of charge flow through 1 second through a cross-sectional area in 1 second is called the current. So here it is the number of electron, number of charge, total charge flow this cross-sectional area in 1 second, that is called current I. This is our expression. Now I by A equals to C VDNE. This I by A is called the current density. VDNE. It is called current density. It is called current density. J is called the current density. Now again we can see I, 1 minute. Now if we write, we know already I equals to NEAV. We can write I as V by R from Ohm's law. V by R equals to NEAVD. V equals to, we have read in electrostatics, V equals to E into L. E means electric field, L means length of the conductor. So E into L by R, we can write it as this. E into L by R, NEAVD. So we get E equals to NEAVD by into R by L. We get this. Now E equals to what? NE rho VD, where rho we have already read, rho equals to RA by L. RA by L is rho, so NE rho VD. So VD equals to, we can see VD equals to 1 by NE rho into E. So VD is proportional to E, where the proportionality constant is 1 by NE rho. Where the proportionality constant is 1 by NE rho, or you can write VD equals to mu E. So if we compare that, so we get mu equals to 1 by NE rho, and that is called mobility. It is called mobility. That mu is called the mobility. So this is the expression of mobility. Now again, if we write that I equals to what? I equals to we can write J into A. Current density into area, because J equals to I by E. Again from Ohm's law we can write V equals to IL. Now if we here write V as EL and I is JAR, so we get E equal to JAR by L. So again see, AR by L, it is rho, so we can write E equals to rho into J. It is rho, so we can write E equals to rho into J, isn't it? So again we can write J equals to 1 by rho into E. 1 by rho means what? 1 by rho means sigma, conductivity. Remember, 1 by rho, reciprocal of resistivity is called the conductivity, sigma. This is the vector form of Coulomb. Vector form of Ohm's law. This is called the vector form of Ohm's law. And we will complete that chapter, electric current. Again, I want to say that just go through the video and solve the numericals and the exercise questions, and if you can't understand any part of that chapter, please let me know in this group.